changed such as around 2020 and found a new tailbone, including it had a fin, but it's like a tail. Yeah, it's cool. But no, it's what I mean by like a lot of it is it's staying in the realms of theory. Because yeah, we find out new stuff all the time. Like one of the dinosaurs that comes to mind is a plesiosaur. Now, and I remember watching like Walking with Dinosaurs documentaries and things like that, and it was like, yeah, we're pretty sure they were in a tropical environment, so we think that they were like, the tropical like sharks and seals and things like that we see in that like area today, like those temperatures. So they were very like skinny, streamlined, for catching like fish, and they had like very spindly teeth to catch fish. And then later now we've like actually because of the shifting of tectonic plates, these guys might have been from a more like the colder like Atlantic sort of like colder oceans. So people were making comparisons to penguins and more thicker-blubbered seals. So then people were like, well, they might have been these like chunky guys instead, and they were really cute and really cool. And like I know it's not the most soundest science, but like I think it's so interesting how something so like subtle like a change in temperature can completely like restructure how we think these animals looked. Chunkosaurus, yes. Oh, they were so cool. There was I wish I knew the name of the artist who did this one that compared them to I think not like emperor penguins. I forget what they're called. They have like spots, and they have like a stripe pink on their beak, and they live in both like cold and tropical environments. And then that was the sort of comparison they made. Because of the sort of shifting in temperatures, maybe they were like these guys. What are the penguins called? Can't quite remember. Anyway, but no, it's cool. It's cool. But yeah, okay. Walk to the door. Walk to the door. Use the key.
So many dials and controls.
Yes. Okay, this is what we wanted. Okay, so we had locked the game off because now there's the logbook, and I was like, "Where's the book? Where's the book of the thing?" Honestly, it's really interesting looking at bone studies. Yeah, it's really cool. I would love to go to one of like my New Year's resolutions is I want to actually like travel and get out of the house a little bit more, because I'm a little like fucking gremlin who stays doesn't like leave the house in days. But I'd love to go to museums and things. Like it'd be so fun. I used to be obsessed with fossils. I still am. Let's be real. But no, when I was little, I was like there was like a field near my school, like in primary school, and I figured out there was a pile of dirt that had fossils in it. So I spent ages like digging through the dirt with like a rock to try and find like different ammonites. I believe it was the shells. It was very fun. I showed all the kids in the playground how to get their own fossils, which is very sweet to look back on. Anyway, back to the horrific game about evil robots. I think we can like actually look at the logbook now.
Edna wrote this logbook.
Can we take the logbook? Do we need to?
It's fastened to the cockpit with a damn wire.
Okay. Well, can we use the magnifying glass to look at it?
There's nothing special to see here.
But wait, we need the logbook. It was... So it says there's nothing special.
Edna wrote this logbook.
Yeah. Well, if I look at the book, has it changed? Look. Oh, it has! Okay. No, this is what it was before. Okay. Yeah, which is this. Oh! Yes! Okay. First, second, third, and the last. Okay. Ooh! Okay, let me see what you guys are saying. Oh yes, the disgusting bug fact! We completely glossed over it. The Pacific beetle cockroach is a really unique cockroach, with them having both the ability to give live birth, unlike other cockroaches, and produce milk. Yes! I know about this! I know about the milk! But the disgusting milk! Wait! It's healthier than normal milk? To be fair, I'm like not opposed to eating bugs. I don't think it's gross. Like I've eaten a cricket in my lifetime. I remember it was in primary school. Some kid came with like fried crickets that had been like salt and vinegar flavored, and I was allowed to eat a leg. So I got to eat part of a cricket, which is, I know, a very like cue the fanfare, but like you think it's gross, and that's someone who got fair enough. Yeah, but I don't think eating bugs is gross. I think we should be using it more. Like, I know people. Like, obviously, if you're like vegetarian and things like that, I'm not gonna obviously force bugs on anyone. But like, I don't know. Like, it's protein, and they're a lot easier to farm, and it's a lot more like you use less land and stuff. Like, I've not got a problem with powdered insects being used for like protein powder and stuff, as long as like they're upfront about it, because obviously I don't want vegetarians accidentally eating bugs, because that's kind of mean. But yeah, no, I think it's cool. Like, it's just how you prepare it, innit? Like, I don't know if I'd want to eat just like a straight up. I don't like the idea of eating things while they're still alive. That makes me uncomfortable. But if someone made me like, I don't know, a pasta dish and was like, yeah, we use like crickets, I'd be like, oh, cool. Delicious pasta. Oh, you went to the Natural History Museum in Los Angeles? I'm very jealous. That's very cool. They do have so many dinosaurs. That is awesome. I got to go to the National History Museum in London quite a few years ago now with my auntie a long time ago, and that was so cool. I remember they have, I don't know if they still have them, but they had animatronic dinosaurs on, like, there was like a queue you had to go onto to get to see a certain dinosaur, and as you're waiting in the queue, there's like these velociraptors, like proper like Jurassic Park old animatronics. Well, they look a little bit more haggard than that. But no, then they're like roaring at you, and it's like the scariest little kids, and it's really sweet. Hagfish is also protein, and it realised this is not a mucus that people eat. Oh, I mean, that's not great. I'm a bit freaked out with like snot and mucus and drool. But people eat snails, and that's got mucus in it too, so I just like each to their own. As long as it's being caught and cooked in an as ethical as you can, you know? Like, I don't like it when like people like boil lobsters alive and stuff like that. I think it's kind of mean. And like, there's an or like I think there's a dish, I can't remember what it's called, but it's like these tiny fish and you swallow them alive with the sauce. And like, I'm not gonna like, you know, there's like different cultures and stuff, and I'm not gonna like I don't think anyone has like, I'm not gonna ban that or anything. Or I don't think it should be like cancelled, but it's just a thing of like, I'm uncomfortable with it. It's not for me. But no, if someone wants to eat mucus and they get it in a good enough way, alright. Each to their own, you know? Okay, read.
When Am took us down here before the war, I didn't know anyone could hate Gorrister more than me. But Am did. He hated all of us.
Imagine your mother-in-law hating you much as an AI that only knows how to hate. That's quite insane. He really messed up there. Oh yeah, I know about this one. It has like medicinal properties. Yeah, there's these like, sorry, I'm talking about the bird's nest soup. There is this type of, I think they're a sparrow of some form, that make nests on the sides of cliffs out of spit. And people will go and climb up the side of the mountains. It's the cliff, sorry. And it's super dangerous. It is a swallow. Oh, cool. Yeah, they'll go and they'll grab these like nests. And then it's like stewed into a soup because of like medicinal properties to it. Which I'm like, oh, I don't know if that, you know, if you want to give that a try. But no, I think there's been like rules put in place though that they can only harvest nests that aren't in use anymore because there was a problem at one point that they were just sort of like getting rid of the eggs, which is obviously really bad. Oh, okay. But yeah, I don't know, it's interesting. I just think there's ways that like things can be done in like a respectful way. Which I'm like, if that's been achieved, then go for it. I'm just not gonna partake in all of it. Okay, first one was me talking about Am.
If I can just deliver Gorrister's soul on a platter, I can make amends for every minute of Glynis's life I took from her. I never meant to drive her crazy.
I'll be damned. Edna's claimed responsibility for Glynis. Maybe it wasn't my fault after all.
Oh. Spit nest stew would not be my first go-to. Yeah. Oh. Oh god, what did you get? Did it come up? Ooh. Oh no, I missed it on OBS, my bad. Wait. More noodles! Hey! Fun. Yeah, I need to fill the rest of them. So far, the ones I've put in, I believe, is minced screwball, which I thought was silly. A lollipop that was like a creature. There's some canned drinks. One's called Fuzzy, and one's called Frank Soda, in honor of course, the legend here. And then there's like some like eyeball candy. I think that's where we're at. But no, I wanna fill them all. I've got some fun ideas. I think if you put buy the buy code and then like the specific name of the thing, it might make it like a specific item, but I don't know too sure. But I know buy gives you like a fun random thing. Third log.
I thought I could do what Am wants, but he's too precise. I poisoned the punch, but I couldn't bring myself to cut out Gorrister's heart.
Oh no.
Maybe I can have my husband do it.